pregame show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh, you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy, too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Indiana Pacers. Taking a look at the Pacers, the game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. So we're right around halfway through the season. Shaq, a lot of trade discussions happening. What are your keys to making a great deal?
Well, it depends on your goal. You want to win now? You want to win later? A combination of both? Does your analysis ever make changes out of emotion?
Well, acquiring players that fit your system. You have to have a system first. That's the key. And if your trade looks too good to be true, it probably is.
I meant to say, do your analysis, never make changes out of emotion.
Okay,
See,
not really, but.
Me either. And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. The 76ers hoping for a happy ending to close out their homestand before hitting the road. The top storyline, Tariq Evans, injured. He will not be suiting up.
Yeah, and since last game, when we saw him leave with that injury, the news appears to have gone from bad to worse. I mean, they're going to have to make do without this young man for a long time.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, Ben Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football. Maybe one reason he's so comfortable attacking defenses and creating. He said, you have to read the defenders, draw them, then get rid of it. Otherwise, you're going to get tackled. Well, that's a foul in the NBA, but I understand his sentiment. Guys?
And David, he is not shy about contact at all. Thanks. And at this point of the season, Clark, we can see which teams have the better depth, the better bench. If you would, talk about the importance of having a strong bench over the long haul.
For contending teams, I think it's a difference maker because it allows you to work through the length of the season in a more measured way, which gives your key players rest. You spread out the minutes over more players, so that tends to lend itself to freshness as you get ready for the playoffs. I don't know if you can overstate the value of a quality bench when you're a team that's expected to make a deep run in the playoffs.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Sabonis and Turner inside. Filling out the wings, it's Oladipo and Bogdanovich. And it's Collison at the 1 spot. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Bogdanovich against Simmons. And Oladipo kicks to Collison. 6 on the shot clock. Bogdanovich looking around. That one's not going to go. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Right side Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons loves jamming it through. Relentless in his attacking of
Collison against Simmons. The pass to Sabonis. To the middle. And Oladipo kicks to Collison. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Off target from outside. 76ers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Redick bounce pass. It's stolen by Oladipo. Pass to Collison. Passes to Sabonis. It's Oladipo on the wing. Over Chandler. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0-4 here, still looking for their first make.
Yeah, I like Sabonis' game inside because he's confident and skilled.
And really one of the best assets of Sabonis is his mind for the game. Very aware on the offensive end, knows how to create chances, and just plays the game with his mind as much as his athleticism.
Throw good, Sabonis. And for Sabonis, we all know his father was one of the best when it came to seeing the floor, Greg. As a big man, his passing game was terrific.
And skills like that go a long way in the NBA. Sabonis does all the little things that free up shots for himself and his teammates. Is starting to play with more aggression, and this is a guy that can be an all-star.
Here's Sabonis after Ben Simmons' bucket. Collison with it. An 11-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
Sheer muscle that time from the clever guard, Victor Oladipo. I like how he takes the punishment and just fights through it.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Darren Collison. And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury. Boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken first overall. But he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
That's good from Simmons.
Boy, the athleticism that Simmons has is downright scary. I mean, remarkable, the talent this man has, and the potential, I think, to be a multi-time All-Star.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
You know, when you watch Ben Simmons, he has marvelous talent and all-around ability, but sometimes you can easily focus on what he can't do. He's not a great shooter, so teams do back off of him, but still, this guy is an impact player because he sees the floor, he passes it great, he's a terrific rebounder, and he's got a nice motor.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Covington's shot is off. And for Simmons, missing his rookie year due to the injury, but he showed he was worth the wait.
No doubt. And you just don't see players with his skills and his body type come around that often, Kevin. I mean, he started quickly out of the gates and took over the Rookie of the Year award race almost immediately.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Indiana. Last time they met was in Indiana.
And they did win that last game in this matchup. And it seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
Yeah, a significant differential in free throws made. I mean, give them credit. They capitalized on those opportunities.
Now, here's Oladipo. After Ben Simmons' miss, Oladipo, the pass to Sabonis, and he comes up with the deuce. Sabonis has got 7 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia, trailing by 4. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
And Philadelphia making a change here. McConnell's checked in. And a change for the Pacers. Joseph's checked in. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Now here's Collison. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Sinks the three-pointer. 5 points in the game.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
Yeah, that's tremendous efficiency there. I mean, you like seeing them put together these types of plays. Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board, and his length doesn't hurt either.
Feeds it to Bogdanovich. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Bogdanovich, a player who has bounced around the last few seasons.
Yeah, you know what? He's a guy that spaces the floor nicely, Kevin, and he's got a toughness to him that I think was undervalued and underappreciated across the league. He can make shots off the catch and shoot or coming off screens, and he also showed himself to be a better defender than people thought he was.
Throw good, Bogdanovich.
You know, going into the last season, many thought the Pacers were in rebuild mode, but ended up 5th in the East with a fantastic season and strong finish. Saying they overachieved doesn't even begin to describe their season. I think they surprised everybody.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And many people thought the Pacers last season would be near the bottom of the East. Clark, that was not the case at all.
Not at all, Kevin. 7 games it took the Cavs to eliminate the Pacers in the first round, and you never know, or I don't think you can ever dismiss or discount what that kind of playoff series can mean to a young team like the Pacers. Things are looking up in a great way for the Pacers going forward.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
It was very close, and I wouldn't mind letting them play on that one. It wasn't blatant by any means.
And it's Simmons penetrating. It doesn't go in. He's 3 for 9 now and frustrated.
You know, he's been off so far, Kevin, but there's still time. I mean, he just needs to settle it down, idle it down a little bit, and try to contribute as much as he can on the offense within himself.
Collison, good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there. Just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit. A chance here, Kevin, to take a look at the 76ers and how they rank in the NBA right now.
And how about that sky-high ranking in terms of blocks per game? Sometimes that can indicate a team's allowing too many drives to the rim, but it's sure nice to have bigs who can send it away as a last resort.
Now, here's McConnell. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Here's Simmons, and it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, these arms of Turner just go on forever. I mean, which is part of the reason he's able to rack up the block shots that he does.
And he finishes nicely on the layup. Turner's got 7 points in the game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
You're always looking for guys with confidence, but then some guys maybe go a little bit too far with that element, and the efficiency level will drop below their talent level. There are guys that can be swayed by that.
Yeah, you're right, and it's a mixed bag with those kind of guys because the talent is always on display, and it's hard not to appreciate it, but the inconsistency is frustrating. Perhaps the guy who maybe best epitomizes that is Lance Stevenson, because when he's good, he can give you a lot of stuff at both ends. When he's sideways, he can hurt you a little bit too.
And he sinks the second. With the amount of characters and personalities on this Sixers team, Clark, you can't help but notice the attitude they play with.
Yeah, they play with edge. They play with brashness. Some would say arrogance, but all of the championship teams have some element of that, and that's where they're looking to go. On occasion, if their emotions get out of whack, it could get them in trouble, but I think they'll learn as they grow to tone that down and use it in a positive way.
And when you see Miles Turner play on the offensive side of the ball, the amount of skill he has at his age is just amazing.
Yeah, already a great pick-and-pop player. You know, not going to be much of a banger down low, but has enough touch outside where he won't need to be. But while he's still a work in progress offensively, I think he's shown that he has a very high ceiling in terms of his skill set.
That one is off.
Yeah, you know, he's a big guy that has tremendous agility and already is an elite defender. Miles Turner now has to work on being dominant on offense.
No luck that time either.
And, you know, the Pacers were one of the better teams in the East last year. Many wondered just how or why the Pacers were so good. I think you point to the chemistry this team has as something that you can't deny, along with having a star that endeared himself to his teammates in Oladipo.
Here's Redick. Bogdanovich picking up that last basket. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Sabonis with the steal. Joseph finds Bogdanovich, and it's rebounded by Covington. And along with the chemistry the Pacers enjoy, another strength part is their guard play.
Well, Kevin, they've got a number of guards that can initiate the offense, and they all do it fairly efficient. Don't turn it over much, and they all can shoot it and drive it. So that group of guards is really a strong part of this team.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. McConnell passes to Simmons. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Simmons got 10 points in the game.
Simmons absolutely in his comfort zone near the rim. I mean, uses his body extremely well and typically gets exactly the kind of shot he wants.
Here's McConnell. And that one, good.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Now here is Holiday. And here's McDermott. He can't hit that time. And it's Philadelphia the other way. And Saric kicks to McConnell. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Oladipo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Indiana.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
McDermott finds O'Quinn. Great D that time from Redick.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Stolen by O'Quinn. It's Oladipo on the wing. Shoots over Redick. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Simmons. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Here's Holiday after Ben Simmons' bucket. Oladipo outside, and there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That is his first foul of the game. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Muscala, he's checked in for Saric. Johnson comes in for Ben Simmons. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Robert Covington. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for J.J. Redick. Now, here is Young. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Outside Holiday. Fires the 3. They get it again. Shot's good from Young. Young's got his second basket of the night.
You know, those are the plays where you really see Young's quickness off the floor. He's got a great, quick second jump, which leads to second chance scores.
Muscala with the ball. O'Quinn defending. And Muscala kicks to Chandler. They get a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Victor Oladipo. Some impressive play from him over the last month. Averaging 21 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Yeah, so many books in his library. He lights up the scoreboard on a nightly basis.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense. You know, the fact that Oladipo and his teammates are so well connected, they know exactly when to send the lob his way.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Hat. Chandler, no good.
Great look, but he couldn't finish. Everything but is how we say that. Surprising since the defense was very pedestrian.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. Yeah, you see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
Here's McConnell. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Oladipo, here we go. And there it is for him. Oladipo's got 10 points in the game.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Now, here is Young. Markelle Fultz unable to get his last shot to go. McDermott can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And Fultz gets it to go.
Hard to overstate the muscle Fultz showed there. Excellent absorbing the contact on his way to the hoop.
Oladipo taking his time here. That's tipped.
Excellent timing that time from Fultz. And I like the edge that he plays defense with. That's impressive for a young guy.
Victor Oladipo getting it done for the Indiana Pacers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back to the action after this word. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And quite a position here for the Pacers to be in. What do you guys think?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
Here's Collison. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen on the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. They've got Corey Joseph. Young is out there with Doug McDermott. Then it's Sabonis, and it's Collison in at the 1. Now here's McDermott. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Good.
Well, I like seeing McDermott work on his in-between game, showing he has the touch from here, too.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Young knocks down the 10-footer. Young's got 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain that.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Fultz. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Brooklyn.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Now, the 76ers on the break. McConnell with it. He's against Collison. Pass to Joseph. Here's McDermott. Over Johnson. McDermott can't get it to go. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for Philadelphia. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. McConnell scanning the floor. Out to Chandler. But they'll get another chance. Fultz the pass to Johnson. Chandler outside. Back to Johnson. Another miss by Philadelphia.
You know, where was the defense there, Kevin? I mean, even though he missed it, that was not a good effort. Pitiful.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Yeah, I think he's trying to put this one away, quite honestly. I mean, it feels like he can lay it up against any type of defense, and he can't.
Timeout called, the 76ers. Clark, we know you were a great athlete. Would you have enjoyed playing at the pace we're seeing in today's NBA style?
I hope I could have played in today's game. Again, I was not an uber athletic guy, athletic enough to get things done on the court, was a skilled basketball player more than a great athlete. So the athleticism of today might have challenged me a bit, but I still think I could have played and been effective in today's game.
I agree. Indiana leading by 23. Tipped away. Here's Young. Great D that time from Johnson.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Now, here's McConnell. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Now, here's Fultz. He's covered by Joseph. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up. And with as much news and worry that Fultz's jump shot has caused, you forget just how deadly he is going at the rim.
Yeah, has no problem cutting through the defense like a hot knife through butter. I tell you, Ben Simmons said he hates guarding Fultz in practice as it is impossible to stay in front of him. Just a very shifty player who uses his great handles to get into the teeth of the defense.
And that one misses. And the story with Markelle Fultz last season was one of health and getting his shot right.
Yeah, he suffered a shoulder injury, Kevin, that really impacted his ability to shoot the ball. He tried to play through it, but eventually had to be shut down. And, you know, it's hard to miss that type of time as a rookie. Not only games, but the few practices you get during the season as well. So he's going to have to restart in year 2.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Joseph dishes to Young. Back to Joseph. 6 to shoot. Over Fultz. And that one's on target from the wing. Joseph's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Phenomenal recognition in the pick and roll. Like watching Joseph break down the defense in these PNR sets.
Now here's Fultz. Defense is right there. Chandler right side. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
And Simmons, he's checked in for the 76ers. Pacers leading by 23. Outside Holiday. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Yeah, he knew he had him beat, Greg. I mean, that was clear. Took advantage of the space he had and then calmly and quietly drained it from the mid-range. That's good basketball.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
He dishes it to Turner. And stolen by Simmons. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. Here's Fultz. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Pacers leading by 23. On its way from Oladipo for 2. The rebound by Johnson.
You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it, but you know what? He didn't. It happened.
Here's Fultz. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. 14 points from him the last game against Milwaukee. Shot clock at 5. Oladipo for 3. Gets that one through the hole. Make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
You got to keep an eye out for Oladipo from downtown at all times. I mean, he's a sniper from outside.
Fultz kicks to Simmons. Out to Chandler. Over Bogdanovich. Chandler's shot good. Chandler's got 5 points now this quarter.
I think you give Chandler any room to shoot from the mid-range, and he's going to burn you.
Holiday finds Turner. Holiday against Simmons. Holiday the pass to Young. Shoots from 14. That one doesn't drop. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Their next game is at Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for it. Fultz dishes to Simmons. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Poke loose. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Sunday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks. Then on Tuesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And looking at that Nets matchup, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
Outside Holiday. Lets it go. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the Sixers' strength, Clark, on the offensive end is how many ways they can attack a team.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Deadly in transition because of Simmons' size, speed, and passing ability. And if they don't have something in the initial thrust, Embiid, always an option to go to in the low post. They shoot it well from multiple positions. They've got a lot to like offensively.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Saric is checked in for Mike Muscala. Robert Covington comes in for Wilson Chandler. J.J. Redick's checked in for Fultz. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Johnson.
Boy, the catch and shoot shot doesn't get any better than that. Redick on the money, ATM time.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. And J.J. Redick, a longtime vet in the NBA, but still plays with a lot of energy.
And Redick said he feels like he's been revitalized in the last few seasons with his change of scenery, playing with more joy, and has always been explosive off the ball in his efforts to get open. You can see when he's on the floor, the whole offense seems to pick up their energy. And taking a look here at the numbers for Darren Collison, how his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 10 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Collison. Poke loose. Back to Bogdanovich. In the corner, it's Sabonis. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Big bodies and soft hands. Well, that's what these guys possess. The top assisting centers and power forwards this year. Ben Simmons is second.
And these are some of the most complete players in our league. I mean, they're not just traditional score and rebound big men. They can beat you with their passing as well.
And their teammates know to always keep moving on the perimeter because the ball will be coming back out to you if you work yourself free. You're looking at some of the masters of the kick-out pass right there.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. That's going to send Victor Oladipo to the line. That's on J.J. Redick. For Indiana, they have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
And you can feel that Oladipo was on the verge of a breakthrough, and boy, did he ever. Everything came together for him, and he is now not only an elite scorer, but an all-star. Can attack from any distance and has a variety of ways to hurt the defense.
Here's Collison. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. The pass to Sabonis. Here's Turner. Lays it up and banks it in. Turner's got 9 points. And for Oladipo, Greg, there wasn't just one moment that gave him that push.
I mean, his development was less of having a eureka moment and more of everything just coming together. Has always had the strong athleticism, has refined his shot to make the most of it. And while it took him some time, he's now the player everyone hoped he'd be when he was a second overall pick.
Here's Sabonis after Ben Simmons' bucket. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sabonis.
Let's see where the Pacers are, Kevin, in terms of the NBA rankings right now.
And the league leaders in fast break points. They're always fun to watch. Maybe not so fun to defend. A lot of the times, they leave their opponents in the dust.
The 76ers trail by 20. Now here's Simmons. 16 points for him. The shot by Redick, no good.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jump.
Really good point, Greg. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 9 points in the game so far. Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against Milwaukee. McConnell kicks to Simmons. 1:30 left in the first half of the game. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And in the first quarter, he was consistently getting to the line and really causing headaches for the D. Haven't seen that same type of consistency here in the second.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Simmons. And Clark, you played your entire career with the Pacers. What was your favorite memory during that time?
Well, certainly realizing the dream of being an NBA player, Kevin. I was the 8th pick overall. It was close to where I played in college at Ohio State. And then being able to perform at a high level to be a unanimous all-rookie team selection, that was a pretty good highlight for me starting my career.
We've got 1:23 left here in the second. Inside, Oladipo. That's down the hatch. Notch one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
Boy, he's dangerous right now. He feels like he's making every shot he puts up.
We've got 1:08 left to play here in the half. McConnell finds Simmons. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Here's Bogdanovich. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area. Yeah, you know, one of the under-talked about strengths of the Philadelphia 76ers is how they play team defense. I mean, they were top-rated defensively in opponents' field goal percentage last year.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 18.
And what patience from Simmons on offense. I mean, really skilled at making the defense get a little shaky when he has the ball.
The 76ers have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
Simmons. Number 2.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half. Collison, the pass to Oladipo. To the middle. Saric grabs the board.
And that layup is usually going in, especially when the defense is as lazy as that.
Now Simmons, 19 points in the game. Clock at 6. And it's sent back by Turner. And so it's the Indiana Pacers finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They've been playing some ferocious defense. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Brett Brown. Now, Coach, it seemed like you guys came out a little flat. How do you get some energy for the second half?
You just got to go with the people that have energy. I feel like we are not the aggressors. We have to do whatever we're going to do through our defense, and so far it's been poor.
Brett, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Victor Oladipo had it going on in the first quarter. He had 20 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
There's been one thing that's made a difference in this game above all else. Their control of the backboard. They put forth an amazing effort on the glass, and the rebounding numbers aren't even close, Ernie. That'll be something to keep an eye on in the second half. They will be very tough to contain if that continues.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
The beautiful skyline of downtown Philadelphia, all lit up, dressed up, and ready to go. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Victor Oladipo in this game, he has been everywhere.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, you know, good things happen when he cuts to the rim, Greg, and you cut into the heart of the defense like that, makes things easy.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Reddick and Covington, the shooters on the wing. Simmons is out there with Dario Saric, and it's Fultz in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now here's Collison, and that one is good.
That's all willpower and fight right there. Darren Collison finishing amidst the tall timber. Well done.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
That free throw good from Collison.
Well, guys, when you talk about some of the great turnarounds for a franchise in NBA history, the process for the 76ers has paid dividends. They went from 10 wins in 2016 to 52 wins last year. Nice looking floater there, Kevin. Such a fast shot, a quick release. Really hard to guard that.
He kicks it to Turner. Outside Collison. 6 on the shot clock. Bogdanovich against Covington. Misses the 3. And the steps, Clark, the 76ers have taken. It's only the beginning.
Yeah, this is really the ideal situation to have if you're the Sixers. I mean, this team's built to last and still has good draft assets and flexible cap space. I mean, come on. That's an abundance of riches there.
Here's Oladipo after Ben Simmons' bucket. Sabonis with the bucket. Sabonis has got 11 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Fultz kicks to Simmons. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. No good on the shot.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
Here's Simmons. Bogdanovich picking up that last basket. And it's Simmons penetrating. It's rebounded by Indiana. Sabonis has got his 16th rebound on the night. Collison feeling it out a bit. From past the arc, and the 3 ball is good. Collison's got 6 here in this quarter.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Sabonis against Simmons. It's taken away by Collison. An even 3-on-3 break. Get the teardrop, and it's blocked by Simmons. It's stolen by Oladipo. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. The past month has been surreal. 11th in field goal percentage. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And as you mentioned, one of the more efficient scorers in pro basketball. He challenges defenders with his bravado. And more often than not, he prevails. And the 76ers call time here.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. That one drops for him. Simmons got 25 points.
Yeah, those shots are taken totally in rhythm, high percentage quality shots, and really getting whatever he wants.
Back to Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Outstanding anticipation that time from Oladipo, seeing the floor extremely well and then zipping the pass over to the open man.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
Takes the 13-footer. Here's Simmons. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. With this break, we have a chance to break down where the assist has been coming from tonight between the front and back court for Philadelphia.
And their bigs looking to create offense for others. You got to give them credit. Not trying to play hero ball or make the home run play, but just being patient, surveying the floor, and looking for the best shot for the team.
That's good from Simmons. No good on the second free throw. Well, Clark, some G League salaries on the rise due to two-way contracts.
Yeah, and I think some of it is a function, Kevin, of the league's prosperity and success as revenues continue to grow. But I don't think it's a handout. I mean, when these guys get called up to the NBA, they've got to continue to be ready to produce and contribute, because at the end of the day, it's about production if you're going to make your way into the NBA.
Now, here's Fultz. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. To the inside, Bogdanovich, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. Simmons inside. Sabonis is there. Got that one up quick. Saric has got his first 2 points.
Now that's confidence. Saric says, "In Dario, I trust."
And stolen by Redick. Saric attacking. Pass to Fultz. Three-pointer on the way. The shot that time not on target. And Indiana will come the other way. Here's Bogdanovich. Rebound by the 76ers. Covington's got 4 rebounds in this game.
You know, it hasn't been his night, but his team still leads, so that's encouraging.
Now here's Fultz. He has 6. And it's Simmons penetrating. Outside, Redick. Shot clock at 5. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Redick's got his second bucket tonight.
Excellent confidence from Redick. Really good. I mean, taking his time, his form, textbook.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Well, you just love the way that J.J. Redick moves on offense. He keeps his defender occupied, constantly on the lookout for operating room to get his shot off. He comes off screens extremely well, uses angles and craftiness. Terrific off-the-ball movement by one of the best shooters in the league.
Now, here is Young. He has 6. And O'Quinn kicks to Holiday. Pass to McDermott. Can they get it? And too long on the shot. And for Redick in his movement on offense, Clark, most know him as a shooter, but he does so much more.
Yeah, he does. He moves well without the ball. He's a better defender than he gets credit for. He's a guy that can put it on the deck now and drive when you close out to him poorly. His game has grown really quite nicely, and we know what he is as a shooter, a laser.
Here's McDermott after J.J. Redick's bucket, and it's blocked by Simmons.
Boy, you cannot forget about the long reach and wingspan of Simmons. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with block shots. Phenomenal timing that time, guys, from Simmons. I mean, leaving the ground once the pass was released and then tearing the basket almost out of the glass.
Joseph, that's good.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Here's Holiday after the Sixers pick up 2. And Young kicks to McDermott. Back to Young. Over Simmons. Young's shot is off. The 76ers trail by 20. The feed now to Simmons. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Simmons got 11 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And now Philadelphia on the break. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assist. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
On the free throw, no good. Indiana leading by 16. And Holiday kicks to McDermott. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And so it's Indiana with it. Joseph with the ball. He's got 6. Pass to O'Quinn. 4 on the clock. Here's Holiday.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help to be a little bit more selective tonight.
And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. That free throw missing, and the 76ers will go for a different look here. Muscala, he's checked in for Saric. Johnson comes in for Markelle Fultz. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's T.J. McConnell in for J.J. Redick. And the second free throw, good. Indiana leading by 15. And here's Collison. He's got 8. Oladipo outside. Back to Collison. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 6 assists now in the game. Simmons against Collison. Outside, Simmons. To the paint. Here's Muscala. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Just a tremendous feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Collison dishes to Oladipo. Oladipo draws the double. Now here's McDermott. He's guarded by Chandler. And stolen by McConnell. Now the 76ers on the break. And he drops in the layup off the glass. McConnell's got his second basket of the game.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Back to O'Quinn. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got 8 rebounds in this game. Chandler finds Simmons. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against Indiana.
Sometimes you just have no way of stopping Simmons on the interior. I mean, he's a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Pacers.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
He hits both from the stripe. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They lead by 11. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
Value added whenever Sabonis catches the hot hand. Excellent at getting to his spots and capitalizing.
McConnell kicks to Simmons. From 10 feet out, it's rebounded by Indiana. Right side, Collison. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Back to Collison. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Collison's got 10 points in just the second half. To the wing right side. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
I like the variety pack offense that Simmons gives you. A little bit of everything. I mean, and that's huge for his team. When you're guarding him, it's almost pick your poison.
Now here's Collison. He's got 12. The pass to Sabonis. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
McConnell passes to Simmons. Count that bucket. Simmons got 39.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Down low, it's stolen by Muscala. Chandler outside. Fades back, and he makes that one. Chandler's got 7 points.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Oladipo draws the double, and there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That is his first foul of the game. 19 seconds left in the third. Here's Oladipo, and it's good for 2. Oladipo's got 22.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's Fultz. Pass to McConnell. The 3. Missed. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pacers lead by 13. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Pacers. Young is the 4 with O'Quinn at the 5. Collison is out there with Corey Joseph. And it's McDermott in at the 3 spot. Chandler outside. Over McDermott. Rebounded by McDermott.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now, here is Young. Wilson Chandler unable to get his shot to go. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's McConnell, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Thaddeus Young.
How can you not be a fan of T.J. McConnell if you like grit, tenacity, always ready to help his team? he's a fan favorite because he plays with such a competitive edge, even when most of the time he's outmatched physically. Extremely scrappy and heady. He played his college hoops at Arizona, and he's got a long future in front of him in the NBA.
That's good from McConnell. Arizona guards know how to get it done, and McConnell is no different.
No, he's really been surprisingly good at this level because of his toughness, his smarts, and he's actually gotten better with his little mid-range shot. His vision is outstanding. His defensive tenacity really good. I mean, this guy has proven that he's a rotational player of value in this league.
Pacers leading by 12. Right side, Collison. And it's Joseph in the corner. It's stolen by Fultz. And now Philadelphia on the break. McConnell finds Johnson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Chandler. Not going to go that time. So Indiana will take it the other way. To the inside. Here's Young. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Muscala dishes to Johnson. Over Young. Good defensive work there by Young. Indiana's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That is his first foul of the game. Johnson outside. Now here's Fultz. He's covered by Joseph. Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Fultz.
And, you know, Fultz is highly skilled as an offensive player. When he gets this kind of positioning inside, it's a wrap.
Now here's McDermott. Chandler with the steal. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. A shot by McConnell, no good. Indiana leading by 10. Inside, it's stolen by Fultz. Chandler down low. Here's Johnson. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. McDermott with it. Chandler on him. And Young kicks to Collison. They could use a bucket. Rebound by the 76ers. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And, you know, Fultz has a nice feel for when to let the mid-range J go. I mean, showing a real desire to make this a deadly part of his game.
Timeout called the Pacers.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to hear Nate McMillan talk to his team during the break. He said nobody thought we'd be in this position right now, and we are. He said he was proud of his guys, but he also said, now go finish this thing off and get this win. Kevin?
Now, here's Joseph. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Young. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Johnson with the defensive effort. Over to the wing. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. Nailed from three-point land.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Now, here's O'Quinn. From 13, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. 8 points for Thaddeus Young. McConnell kicks to Fultz. It's rebounded by Indiana. McDermott's got 4 rebounds in this game. In the corner, O'Quinn with it. Joseph looking around. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, you can just see it in Corey Joseph. He loves to hoop. I mean, he's a talented offensive player who also gets after it on defense.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First free throw is good. And some changes here for the 76ers. Saric checked in for Muscala. Simmons comes in for Johnson. And Robert Covington subbed in for Wilson Chandler. Then for the Pacers, Turner's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Bogdanovich comes in for Doug McDermott. And it's Oladipo in for Darren Collison. And Joseph drops them both. Now here's McConnell. Kicks to Simmons. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Young's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backcourt.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Simmons doing a nice job there mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult for the opposition. And that's a mindset, but also activity and energy display.
Now here's Turner. This is to Bogdanovich. And he jams it with authority.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Joseph, guarded closely to the paint, and it's Turner finishing it off.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
The 76ers trail by 11 to the middle, and McConnell gets it to go.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Joseph, the pass to Turner. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now here's Simmons. Tries from 16, and it's off the back rim. No good. Now the Pacers moving it up. Oladipo's running. Over Fultz. Oladipo outside. Poke loose. Here we go, one-on-one. Out that one, the Indiana lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Saric.
Saric is deceptively strong. This guy's got good strength, and he doesn't mind being physical, can absorb the contact and find a way to finish.
Now, here is Young. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. For Philadelphia, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the 4th. Outside, Simmons. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect him to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes him change plans.
Now, here's Joseph. And it's Young at the elbow. And the basket is good.
Young is often overmatched because he's not as big as other power forwards, but he still finishes inside at a high rate.
McConnell kicks to Fultz. From the wing. No good that time. And Indiana will come the other way. Down low. Oladipo finds Bogdanovich. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. The 76ers trail by 13. Passes it to Covington. Here's Fultz. He's covered by Bogdanovic. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Obviously a total team player. Saric is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Oladipo outside. Back to Joseph from deep. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Up top, Simmons. Defended by Young. Here's Joseph. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, because Corey Joseph, when he has the ball, is always in a probing posture, he's hard to guard without fouling at times.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Joseph.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for the 76ers. Redick comes in for Fultz. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The 76ers trail by 13. Simmons passes to Saric, and it's in there. Saric has got 4 points this quarter.
Saric knows he has the touch needed to capitalize inside.
And the Pacers call time here. We've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Domantas Sabonis.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. And yes, it's good.
And when Oladipo finds a comfort zone on the offensive end, man, he's hard to stop. He's a juggernaut offensively when he gets it going.
Here's Simmons. Chalk up 2 there. Simmons got 47 points.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Now Redick, pass to Simmons. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Simmons got 49 points in the game. Pacers leading by 9. Oladipo outside. Over Redick. And too long on the shot.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Lets it go from deep. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Tell you what, very few players work as hard as Redick to find the open spots on the floor. Constant movement, and he moves smartly. It's what makes him such an effective jump shooter in my mind.
Now here's Collison. The pass to Sabonis. Clock at 6. Back to Collison. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And, you know, even though he's smaller and slight of build, Collison doesn't fear going inside. He's really solid at scoring from there.
And slam dunk by Sharp.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
Now, here's Oladipo. Off target from the wing. 54 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Saric attacking. Out to Chandler. The dish to Redick. Oladipo with the double team. against Sabonis. Pass to Covington. There's the three. The rebound by Turner. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And so it's Indiana with it. 6-point game. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Shooting two.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Oladipo's become a very efficient combo guard, somebody who can score the ball at a high clip as well as get the ball to open teammates when necessary.
And the 76ers call time here. They're behind by 8. 27 seconds left in the game. Three-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Out to Saric. Lots of room. And no good.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution. Just didn't knock it down. But you're right. They're happy with that shot.
Outside Collison. So it's Indiana picking up the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.